Not sure what's going on there. That's interesting. All right. And that's where the cart goes. Oh, gosh. So, time and date. I don't have that phone out. Let me pull it out and get the time and date here. Just walked out of Fry's, went through there kind of quick. So, 5:41 p.m., Wednesday, July 27th, 2022. I really like this little Fry's grocery store. I mean, not a lot of selection, but still pretty interesting. You know, it's small, but I mean, there's a lot of selection for as small as the place is. They did have deli sandwiches pre-made from Chompy's Deli. They were like $12 for a little sandwich. Yeah, that's not my food budget. Sorry. Oh, look, it's a dog. Yeah, I can't afford that. But I interestingly enough, I got a pretty good-sized thing of sushi for $5, and the whole thing was covered by my EBT card, so that's a perk. Got a box of Cheez-Its. They were on sale. I could have saved an additional 50 cents with a digital coupon, but yeah, I don't have the Fry's app installed on either of my phones right now, and the amount of time and hassle it would take me to download it, and I used to do Fry's digital coupons all the time. Wow, look at that! Look how many Spin scooters we got ready to go. Oh, and Spin is now part of Lyft. Now, Lyft used to have their own scooters. In fact, I have a couple of old Lyft scooters that were left behind after they left out of town, ones they didn't find that I have in my storage. But yeah, they're all stickered up as Lyft now. So I'm assuming Lyft has finally given up on having their own scooters and has partnered with Spin to put Spin in the app. That's interesting. Interesting new development in the rental scooter world. Anyway, yeah, Fry's grocery store. Yeah, I could have saved an additional 50 cents, but I just did not have the time to hassle with downloading the app and trying to log into the app and recover my account name and password and two-factor authentication bullshit and then and then try to search and find the coupon. Yeah, like easier to pay the 50 cents, especially since it's coming out of my EBT card. Still, it was still on sale. You know, using my Fry's VIP card. I forget what I paid. Maybe $3 for the box of Cheez-Its. Got these burritos. I forget the brand name. It's kind of funny looking at the prices of frozen burritos because some of them are like $3 and $4, and then the ones I got were like 59 cents. I think it's like, yeah, the 59-cent ones are good enough for me. I can't see the brand name. It's not what I'm familiar with. Tina's. Two of the beef ones, two of the bean and cheese ones. I think it's like beef and red chili or something. I'm not sure. At any rate, for frozen burritos. It's cheaper than Taco Bell burritos, and I'll just put them in the fridge when I get to work. Microwave them on my lunch break. I think what else I got? That's it. Yeah, sushi, Cheez-Its. Oh, and I got the package with the beef sticks and the sharp cheddar cheese sticks because those are delicious. If I got here a little quicker, I could have rode this train from this platform to the next platform, but I don't know that really helps me any. It's just easier to walk. In fact, it's always seemed weird to me how there's this platform and the next platform are so close to each other. But yet there's no platform over by 7th Street, and you gotta ride all the way to 3rd Street. Now, speaking of downtown's lack of fast food, this structure here, which I think is a historic building, which is why this little structure is here amongst all the towers. This used to be it was a Mexican food place. I'm trying to remember what the name of it was. And I know I mentioned it every time I walk by here. It used to be Baja Fresh. Yeah, that's definitely a spot I would still visit if it was still here. Another little pocket of fast food over here, and I expect they're all probably closed. At least the last time I came through after 5 p.m., everything over here was closed. I do like these neat decorative Phoenix bike racks that they put all over, but as you can see, they're going largely unused. El Zaguan Bistro Flavors of Mexico, they are closed. And do they have posted hours? Heck no, who's committing to staying open to a particular time? Paradise Hawaiian Barbecue, also closed. Hey, at least they admit that they close at 3 p.m. So yeah, no having dinner here. Vegan House. The Vegan House is open. Yeah, I need some meat, guys. Come on. At least they're open till 8 p.m. Maybe I should try that place sometime. I mean, I know my friend Garfield completely eats vegan, and he seems to be very happy with it. So maybe I should give it a try sometime. And speaking of Garfield, now I haven't seen him since the last video when I mentioned him. Used to see him like every day. We'd ride the bus together to work and back, but I haven't seen him lately. Dunkin' Donuts is still here. Interestingly enough, when I did my search of fast food downtown, Dunkin' Donuts didn't pop up either. New breakfast tacos. That sounds good. You know, usually their breakfast food options are available in the daytime too. So good to see they're open. I guess I could have. That's still an option.
All right, man. We are rock and rolling out here in Phoenix, man. Downtown, man.
Wow, there's a street musician playing to an audience of nobody. I can't even bring myself to put the camera on him. It's kind of sad. Now that corner where the Hilton Garden Inn is, that corner, long before they restored that whole building as the Hilton Garden Inn, when the whole hotel tower was empty, that corner used to be a McDonald's. But of course that's long since gone. I believe that used to be a deli, also gone. Available for rent. As I recall, that deli was a little pricey, but it was something. And this vacant spot here used to be a really decent pizza place that sold pizza by the slice. And I don't know about, recently or even when they closed, but when I used to go there, it was shortly after my divorce, early 2000s, like 2000, 2003, 2004, 2005-ish, when I was kind of homeless and kind of living downtown, or semi-homeless and kind of living downtown. I was just kind of drifting wherever Connie went back then. Anyway, I do recall getting pizza there by the slice and it being a pretty reasonable price for me as a homeless guy. This corner here used to be a Subway. You can still see the scar of the Subway sign. Judging from the Guinness overlays on the window, I'm assuming Cornish pastry has just taken over the space. Some more bird scooters here. I got the walk signal. Hopefully this guy stops before the crosswalk. Let's check the time. 5:49. I'm like 12 minutes early to my bus. And there's another Waymo car. Love seeing those Waymo self-driving cars everywhere. Speaking of Subway, there was a Subway that showed up in my Google results for fast food downtown, but it said temporarily closed. And it showed it being in the Arizona Center. And interestingly enough, it didn't show any other fast food in the Arizona Center. Now, there used to be quite a few fast food type options and quick food options in the Arizona Center. But yeah, since their last renovation and remodel, it didn't do any good things for the Arizona Center. In my opinion, it just made the whole structure incredibly ugly. And yeah, a lot of times when renovations are done to shopping centers of that nature, a lot of new tenants appear afterwards and new amenities are added. But yeah, none of that happened with the Arizona Center. All they did was basically give it a new look, which was really ugly. And the old look of that place was actually pretty nice. So yeah, Arizona Center, kind of a dead zone. No food there. I'm still blown away that Chick-fil-A closes at 3:30. I was certainly down to go to Chick-fil-A. But I guess I shouldn't complain. I got a bag of food here. In fact, I think I'm going to get comfortable at the bus bench here and enjoy my sushi while I wait. I did want to talk about, give kind of an update on Priscilla, the so-called girlfriend. I guess I got time to do that. Yeah, we had a bit of an argument this morning. So as far as I can tell, there's been absolutely no progress in her cleaning since Sunday, and it's now Wednesday. So yeah, that's not good. Now I know she's leaving for Atlanta soon. I'm really disgusted that apparently her plan, I still don't know exactly what day, and I know she's told me, but she hasn't sent it to me in writing. And tell me something, I forget it. I need dates and shit in writing. Through email or text message or something that has some more permanence to it. It really bothers me that apparently her plan is just to leave my place, my kitchen, and my bathroom and my living room just in utter wreck while she's gone for God knows how many days she's going to be gone. But yeah, there's been no progress in 3 days. So, which begs the question, what's she doing all night? Since she gets off at around, typically gets off about 6 p.m. So at this point, about an hour and a half after I leave, and doesn't start work until like 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. It just begs the question, like, what is she doing all night when she's supposed to be home cleaning? Where is she going? Is she going somewhere? Still haven't set up my trackie. And she did actually at one point, was it when I came in, when we got in the argument on Saturday night, shortly before I had to run in with the homeless guy on 46th Street. And I was like, well, where'd you spend last night? Who did you sleep with last night? Where'd you go last night? And her response to that was, well, I didn't sleep with anybody. Well, you didn't sleep here. So either you slept with somebody or you stayed up all night with somebody, but you went somewhere. Where did you go? Well, why don't you just check you put LoJack on my car. Why don't you check that and see where I went? So, and of course she knows about that because she opened my package from Amazon, which was clearly addressed to me, and rummaged through it and saw that. So yeah, that's not cool. And as my daughter pointed out, that's actually a crime. Not that I'm going to press charges on that, because that would be ridiculous. And I expect the Phoenix police would do nothing about it anyway. And at this point it's her word versus my word. But yeah, it's, so she knows I have that, and that's annoying. That takes half the fun out of having it, which is why I haven't bothered to sign it up or activate it yet. And that also kind of falls into the Google thing, where that's something I really need to have zero distractions and zero time pressures, because I know it's going to be something that might be awkward and difficult for me. I tend to struggle with those kinds of things. Anyway, yeah, so I'm really frustrated and curious, like, what she's doing all night. She has sent me occasional text messages while I've been at work, and that's kind of nice. But no pictures, no real description of what she's doing, other than one point she said she was going. I think she said she was going to Circle K to get beverages, and asked if I wanted anything. I'm like, sure, whatever. Not giving her a shopping list, She should know. She should know by now. She should know by now exactly what it is I want from her. And that's sex when I get home from work, and her to clean up her mess in the kitchen and the living room. That's it. That's really all I want from her. Oh, and her portion of the electric bill, which she still hasn't given me yet. Well, granted, it's not due until the 8th, but I don't know. I'm one of those persons that likes to pay my bills when they arrive, as opposed to waiting until the last minute and paying them on their due date. But it's clearly a practice that Priscilla has never gotten into. Anyway, so this morning, same kind of thing. Like, I get home, and generally my morning routine at this point is take a peek in her car, see if there's anything moved around, see if there's any evidence that she's moving stuff that's in her car into storage. And while it didn't look like there was anything removed from her car, it did seem like there were definitely 2 new packages from Amazon in her car. So doesn't have money to move out. Doesn't have money to get a place, but she's got money to keep ordering more packages from Amazon. So that's that shit just straight pisses me off. I mean, it's her money. It's her money. It's her life. She's got a right to do what she wants with it, but I also have a right to change those locks come to first. And I'm going to have zero sympathy on her. I can't afford to go anywhere. Well, maybe she'd have ordered less packages from Amazon. Stupid. I need to go check the time. 5:56. Got about 5 minutes. Should probably start going through my change in my pocket. Make sure I got my $2.25 ready. Throw my earbuds in my bag. Bus card out. When I get home, like she's lately she's been sound asleep in my bed, but of course, the couch is way too messy. Like she couldn't sleep on the couch if she wanted to because she's got such a mess there. And apparently can't be bothered, and that she's supposed to be cleaning that up. Wow, nice vet. She can't be bothered to clean that up. At the very least, she'd clean herself off a place to sleep, but I guess she decided, I can just sleep in Dan's bed because Dan likes me sleeping in my bed. Yeah, I like her sleeping in my bed when I can come home to her and we can do the things that couples who cohabitate do when they're in bed together. But since that's not happening, she's just in the way in my bed. Anyway, I swore I wouldn't do this, but I don't know. When I got home, did the usual, check her car. Should I explain how that went? There goes another train. Or comes another train, I should say. Took pictures of the progress on the mess. Some things seem to be moved around a little bit, but for the most part, she's not really making any progress, and it didn't even look like things have moved much, honestly. Which makes me think, like, if she's there, it makes me think she's not even there at night. That makes me think that she just leaves as soon as she gets off work and goes someplace else, and I'm catching her. I mean, she's already shown that she's willing to show up 10 minutes before she thinks I'm getting home from work, and now she figures I'm not getting home from work till 7 because I'm stuck on public transit. So for all I know, she didn't get in my bed until 6:45. For all I know. I mean, I don't have surveillance cameras set up on my place yet. I'm not using the trackie yet, so I have no idea where she was all night, or if she was home all night. It doesn't look like she was home all night because the place is such a mess. Where was she? Where was she in that apartment? There's no place to even fucking sit down. Things that make me go home. But anyway, took pictures, documented the mess, and walked in, and she sprawled all across my bed. I'm kind of of the persuasion, especially with somebody that I've had an intimate relationship for over a decade, that if you're in my bed, I feel like I'm entitled to feel up on what's ever in my bed, because you're in my bed. If you don't want to be touched, don't be in my bed. So, it's kind of started caressing her and touching her a little bit more and more. And this is where it's going to get a little explicit, people. So if you're bothered by sexually explicit content, you might want to just hit stop, go on to another video. Anyway, as I started touching on her, and talk about crazy red flags, she was wet. She was really wet. Like, am I about to maybe partake in sloppy seconds kind of wet? Now, it's possible that she was just having, erotic dreams and was just aroused in her sleep. That's possible. It could be that she was just aroused by the fact that I was feeling up on her. even while half asleep, and that's possible as well. But at one point she woke up and she's like, "Why are you touching me?" I'm like, "Because you're in my bed." "Why are you so wet?" "Why are you touching me?" "I'd like to know why you're so wet." Yeah, obviously I didn't get an answer when she pursued it. "I didn't say you could touch me. You said you could touch me by the fact that you are in my bed. We've been over this before. If you don't want me to touch you, don't be in my bed when I come home. Simple as that. If you don't want me touching you, you have no business being in this bed." At which point she got kind of frustrated and got up and got out. And mind you, when I came home, there were 2 different alarm clocks going off, neither of which were waking her up. I hate coming home to the sound of alarm clocks. Like, if your alarm clocks don't wake you up, why are you even disturbing my peace with them? Anyway, yeah, I don't know. Oh, that's the SR-51. That's not my bus. I know my bus will be coming any minute now. Yeah, it's 6:02. Oh, it's 6:02. Shit, my bus doesn't come for another 10 minutes. I am so early. Oh, look, there's another Waymo self-driving car. I wonder why it's stopping there with its blinkers on. That's interesting. Guess it's just giving a light show. Unless they're actually servicing passengers now downtown. I guess I should check the Waymo app and see if they're providing passenger service now. To my knowledge, they aren't, but it's been a good probably 5-6 months since I've checked to see what their coverage area is, and it's possible they've expanded. Anyway, so back to my lovely story about the so-called girlfriend. Yeah, I told her, you don't want touched, just don't. If you're in my bed, I'm going to touch you. If you don't want to be touched, don't be in my bed. Simple. At which point she went out. She went to the bathroom, and at that point, I'm already naked. You know, I locked the door. Fuck it. You know, if I don't want her touching on me when I'm in my bed, my option is to lock the door. I pretty much told her, hey, if I'm in bed, you're welcome to join me. That's why I'm there. I'm naked. I'm in bed. Help you. You know, at this point, I'm kind of yours. Help yourself. She hasn't been doing much of that, which really frustrates me. Need to replace her with somebody who does. Yeah, I just locked the door. And she, unlike other times when I've done that, and she did not knock on the door. I don't know what she did. I don't know if she just basically started her day or whatever, but I thought maybe she would go to go and at least clear off enough of the couch in the living room to sit down or to lay down, but nah, she didn't clear any of the mess in the living room. And I mean, there's the entire couch is just covered with crap. Like, there's no rhyme or reason or order to it. It's just crap from one end to the other. Her crap. So it was still like that when I got up before heading off to work. So obviously she didn't clear that off. I don't know what she did. At this point, I don't care what she did, but I think I made my point loud and clear. You don't want touched on, don't be in my bed. This is not your flop house zone. This is my bedroom. This is what happens in my bed. If you don't want to be part of that, then you need to not be in my bed so that when I come home with another woman, my bed is available. Thank you very much. And speaking of coming home with another woman, I can't believe how many people have suggested that I do that. I don't have any other women volunteering to come home with me, but that would, I'm certainly ready for that. Anyway. So that's kind of the latest on that. I pretty much firmly decided that once she leaves for Atlanta, if she has not cleaned up her mess, if she leaves that mess in the living room and the kitchen, I'm just going to box that shit up. Not organizing it, nothing. Just if it's not mine, it's going in boxes. And those boxes are going to storage, wherever they're going to storage. And on August 1st, those locks are getting changed. Regardless of the status with my car. It's time.